grab your popcorn, rip that ticket, get in that seat, lickety splicket, go watch a movie.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Go Watch a Movie, episode 167. I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
Today we are heading back to Netflix for some fun with the movie Space Sweepers. But before we get into that, a very little bit of entertainment news. Slow news week. A bunch of pictures which don't really translate of new Space Jam, etc. But we do have some news. The Simpsons have been renewed once again for seasons. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
34 and 35.
Why would they ever stop?
It's just insane. Just insane.
Once you get to that point, you just gotta hold on to your record and just keep pumping them out.
Just keep going, yeah. There's no reason to end The Simpsons at this point. Like, that'll that will bring them up once they finish it. If they finish it, we'll bring them to 757 episodes in total. That's insane.
That's incredible.
Yeah. For something to be going that long.
Yeah, that's what you want to leave behind. Like if the species dies out and something comes to the planet and finds it something, that's what they want. They want to find. They want to find that 707 episodes of The Simpsons, so they can find out who we were.
The Simpsons tell us they predicted a lot of stuff. Honestly, like they predicted Trump becoming president. They predicted a bunch of other stuff too. They've been on the nose. But you have that many episodes, you're gonna get something right, I guess.
Right. Eventually.
So hats off to them, and those are all on Disney Plus now as well because, of course, they own Fox. Other news. G.I. Joe. Were you a fan of G.I. Joe as a kid?
Absolutely. I love me some G.I. Joe.
I knew that, but I asked that for sure. Funny story about this. I'm sure you know this. The original cartoon was created specifically to sell toys. This one and a couple others.
Basically, all the old cartoons were.
Yeah. But I mean, they still had a learning is half the battle. The little positive messages afterwards. But Amazon is developing a live-action TV series based on Hasbro's, probably somewhere toys, Hasbro's G.I. Joe franchise, centering around Lady J.
Really?
Yes.
That sounds too much like Black Widow to me.
Yeah.
What was the movie right before that came out? Then I was complaining about it. Wasn't it Sparrow or something like that?
Yes, Sparrow was just like it. And then I think there was this Ava or whatever it was.
There's so many movies. And then Peppermint.
Yep.
And then, oh man.
The one with Charlize.
Yes.
Yeah.
Start turning in. I don't know.
This will be a show. But they do say it will connect into the larger G.I. Joe universe that's coming. Potentially the upcoming Snake Eyes movie. So it doesn't help for you.
I just like the old, even though it's probably horrible now. I haven't gone back and watched an old episode. I just have fond memories of G.I. Joe as a kid, and then playing with the toys and trying to take the toys apart and then putting them back together with other parts because I was weird. And I don't know. I just that's my thing. I don't really.
I love how all the articulation in those old toys.
Mm-hmm.
Those things were super flexible.
They were great.
Yeah. And that sounded dirty. I did not do dirty things with the G.I. Joe guys.
Sure you did.
I never had a Lady J Joe figure.
Neither did I.
I had
a Snake Eyes, though. That was for damn sure.
Yes. Yeah. He's always been the coolest looking one.
Yes.
And Cobra looks decent too. I always like Cobra's look.
I like the movie. There was an animated movie that had like Sergeant Slaughter in it. I don't know if you remember this one. And they would say there was some other group that was like Cobra, but it wasn't or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. And they would do this weird Cobra yell. It was like Cobra la 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 like that. It was weird. Do you remember that? Or it was just me. Oh my god, you gotta look it up. It's so great.
That's almost Taliban.
There was a weird half man, half snake person in this thing.
And it wasn't Cobra.
It was a weird time, but it was a good time.
Was the Cobra actor the same as Mamra? The voices sound similar.
They might have been, because the guy who did Optimus Prime did a lot of stuff too. I was just like, really?
Yeah. And Uncle Phil did Shredder in the old Turtles show, which was
weird.
But yeah, G.I. Joe brings back so many. I used to love their vehicles more than anything, because unlike vehicles of today, they actually fit in their vehicles.
Yes. Well, they're making toys bigger and bigger, so
yeah.
That 7-inch scale, I just don't see them making too many vehicles for.
And it hurts my soul.
They don't cost like $500.
Yeah, like some things we see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's Entertainment News today. Those stories and much more can be found on GoWatchMovie.com. That will bring us to trailers. You first with me, sir.
Go right ahead.
I love my mutants. We got a new movie coming called Enhanced. It looks fun. Looks a little low budget. I will admit that off the top of your head. So don't come yelling at me when you look at it like, oh, that shit. But basically, these enhanced humans are popping up, and they're being hunted down by these, looks like a super secret organization. I don't know. But these guys, these soldiers hunting them, all have like remember Captain America's shield that he got from Wakanda? And it kind of like extended. They look like that. And then they carry these electric shock sticks. But they're hunting down these enhanced, as they call them, who all have different abilities. We don't really get an idea where these abilities come from, but this one has a twist. Of course, we've seen this twist before because there's nothing new under the sun. If you ever watched the show Heroes, there was a guy named Sylar who hunted down other quote-unquote heroes and did, consume their powers and gain their powers. This is doing the same idea, where these guys are trying to capture them before he gets to them. Or so they say. There could be a plot twist in there. I don't know. But this other guy is finding them, hunting them down, and slowly taking the enhanced powers one by one, and he wants them all. So this military is trying to stop them while trying to stop him. And looks like they have someone like collars and using them as defense mechanisms, and it just looks pretty awesome. But I'm a sucker for that style of mutants and all that stuff. So
for some reason that reminded me of Highlander, and then like killing off each other to try to become the one.
I eat your brain and gain your knowledge.
I always loved after they cut somebody's head off, the lightning and all the screaming.
Yeah,
I just love that. I don't know why.
It's awesome.
All right. Well, my trailer is called Tides. And it starts off with this space shuttle, like capsule, like coming back down to what we assume is Earth. And there's like, the guy is talking, narrating, and he's like, we would not think about ourselves, or we would not let our emotions guide us. We do this for the many. And then that line, "we do this for the many," kind of gets repeated throughout the trailer and becomes kind of a chant, like "for the many," which I really like that build up for it, because it makes you start to wonder what's going on. Like nothing like good old chant to get those primal juices flowing. So, and I guess basically what happens is the planet, I'm assuming it's Earth, has become, basically man has destroyed it. And they had to leave and go to another planet or space stations or something to survive. And that nobody that was left on the planet was fertile anymore. Nobody could have kids. Okay, so that immediately reminded me of Children of Men, which is an amazing movie if you guys haven't seen it.
And it reminded me of Paradise.
Yes, so this is like they're there's people coming down. I guess they're to check on the planet to see if anything has changed, see if it's possible for people to procreate or something. I don't know what's going. It's hard to really put it all together. But then there's a whole bunch of people down there, and she's like, what's going on? I guess you guys are survivors from the catastrophe or something. But then there's kids, so she's like, I saw kids. There's kids running around, so they don't know what's going on. There's like this new society that's not really Mad Maxian. It looks a little more like, I don't know, not that crazy or over the top, more like just people trying to survive in harsh circumstances. But it looks really, really interesting. It's got this dark kind of grayish, brownish tint to the entire movie, but it's beautifully shot. Like, you see all these scenes of just like, they like basically like, I don't want to say destroyed nature, but just like a desolate world that isn't really so dark, I guess, because it still finds some beauty in it. And it looks really good. The shots look really good. I hope it's actually got a good story that comes together. I want to know what the whole For the Many thing is about, what the big surprise is going to be at the end, what decision someone's going to have to make to either save the world or destroy it. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that one. It just looks good.
It sounds good. So it's called Tide.
Tides. Tides. Yep, Tides.
Oh. There's a dirty joke in there concerning women's menstrual cycles that I won't make.
Okay. I'm sure everybody's happy that you don't.
But okay, yeah, I love that whole chant. Remember that? I kind of interrupted you with a chant, but you remember one of the Dark Knight trailers, Matalo, bang, bang, Matalo, bang was coming. Oh man, that was amazing. That was just fantastic, and it did not disappoint. Yeah, I was put that up. Tides. I'll get both of those trailers put up on the site because neither one are up. And that's GoWatchMovie.com. That'll bring us to the movie Space Sweepers and the 21st century. No, I'm joking. The Space Sweepers.
Might as well add that on there.
WatchBot, if you would not mind.
After snatching a crashed space shuttle in the latest debris chase, Spaceship Victory's crew members find a 7-year-old girl inside. They realize that she's the human-like robot wanted by UTS space guards, and decide to demand a ransom in exchange.
Thank you, WatchBot. So we all know Netflix is about to get Cowboy Bebop TV show. Mm-hmm. I was worried. I had my doubts because, it's Netflix. But they put their fingers, it seems like, in the right cookie jars because this was one of their productions, but they partnered up with a lot of people. And boy, does it look good. The Japanese have a way of doing special effects that I gotta tell you, blow some of our stuff out of the water. What are you saying?
I think this is Korean.
Korean?
Yeah.
I apologize to everything I just said.
I think. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of Korean writing, but the graphics, the effects are fucking phenomenal in this, and it looked like just flawlessly done the way they put everything together. I really enjoy the idea. What are your initial thoughts on this one, sir?
Besides the really goofy name that probably just didn't translate, some things just don't translate right. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. I don't know. It's just corny, but it got me in there. That's what drew my attention. I was like, oh, that sounds stupid. I gotta watch it because that's me. And then it surprised me. It felt. Oh, I can't remember the name of the movie now. I hate my mind. Remember the movie where there's like a. I think I also saw it on Netflix.
Yeah, where I think the snow. It's like a lot of snow and.
There's like people living like underground, is it, or something?
Yep. We did actually get up on that.
I can't even remember the name of it. I'm so embarrassed. But that movie, it reminded me of that quite a bit, and it's that feel. I was like, this is really well put together. This looks good. So, and then we go along with the story, and the story was decent too. So I was pleasantly surprised by this one.
Interesting characters. You have fun moments. You have serious moments. You have the action. It delivered everything you wanted out of a sci-fi movie. It was Sorry.
I'm sorry. Was it Wandering Earth? It just popped into my head.
Wondering. Yep. That's it.
Thank goodness I'm not.
Because they put turbines on the Earth.
Whew. I was worried for a second. Like, oh man, do I have old timers?
I'm the senile one. You get out of here. That's my grade. But if you like anime and things of that nature, this is it. They produced a to the T live action anime, and it looks like it's like, hey, you guys don't worry about Cowboy Bebop. We got this, because it looked fantastic, and the crew was very similar. It's just I'm happy to have watched this one. My only complaint, it is a bit long.
It is a little long, but I felt like it flowed pretty well. I didn't really find too many moments where I was bored or upset or I wanted things.
Yeah. I was never bored.
It is a pretty good chunk of a movie, though.
Yeah. The characters in this I love, and it went like from that start. It went places I didn't expect it to go. I thought this was going to be like, I knew they were going to be space pirates, or not pirates, but cleaners, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Space janitors, can we call them space janitors?
I don't know what they were. They were like stealing from each other, though. So it's like,
you remember? Did you ever watch Outlaw Star?
yes.
That they had the grapple ships, yes, and they did that in this, and it was like, and it looked good. Like it looked like real ships would look if Outlaw Star were real.
Now I need an Outlaw Star movie.
Yeah,
because they obviously can do it. They could pull it off now. So why can't we get one?
We just need those. The caster gun needs to be done right, and they have to cast Gene perfectly.
Yes.
But yeah, I love the characters. I think are my favorite part of this movie. Like they just happen to be surrounded by beautiful graphics and animation. And one of the main characters is a robot, and you would think that would take away from it. Like, oh no, we're going to be seeing this, dumb 3-dimensional character running around. No. I almost feel like they used some kind of animatronics partially and just kind of doctored it up with 3-dimensional stuff in most of the scenes, when it's just sitting around and stuff, because it fits, it just works.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite character. I just like the robot. I like the idea of the robot, and I like the robot's progression throughout the movie and what it eventually becomes. I really like that, and the way he was able to just go out into space, hang out on top of the ship with a harpoon or whatever he wanted to do. That's pretty cool.
That was freaking awesome. That was straight out of anime right there. Like you just see it, and but yeah, the robot had probably one of the deeper storylines than most people, because I didn't expect, that scene between it and the little girl where that happens is just fantastic.
And it had quite a bit of character, I think, like personality. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like just this, I don't want to bring up any other robots from, famous movies, but this one had pretty good, its own unique personality. I liked it.
Yeah. Let's get into these characters. Captain John.
Mm-hmm.
You're hard ass with a heart of gold.
I guess.
Is that not describing her right?
Pretty much.
I think Tiger is one of my favorite characters, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is this, like, why wouldn't that be the robot doing that job? I know the robot had the harpoon, but you got a man
He was
in the hottest room of the ship, pumping energy into the engines to go into hyperdrive.
Probably his baby. He's down there taking care of his baby. Everybody's got their thing. He's a gearhead.
Yeah. And I like that they all are broke, because that adds depth to it. I can't say enough good things about this freaking movie.
What about Tejo's story?
I like Tejo. Tejo.
I didn't really see his story coming. Like because he doesn't seem like he would have been like this. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Why don't you just say spoilers?
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers. You don't really expect him to be like, he was like this ex super soldier, basically. Now he's he's cast down from
because he doesn't like we the entire movie we're getting spoon fed the fact that he's this nobody loser who can't even keep shoes on his feet, and suddenly it's like, guess what, motherfuckers? he's actually a bona fide badass if he needs to be, because he was a super soldier who hunted down other people who couldn't pay their debts. Which I like that squad too. That squad was pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, but they set up the missing child thing out of left field, but it hits home. Like, it works.
Yeah,
it works very well. And then, of course, you throw in what was the kid's name?
Oh, I can't even remember. I just remember the kid. Was it Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy was her robotic. Yeah, Kang Cotton. So, yeah, we'll just go with Dorothy.
Sure, I don't remember, but I don't know. It's just going to sound bad. I think the girl was probably my least favorite character out of the bunch.
You hated the kid?
I didn't hate the kid. It just was just
That's normally my thing.
I just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't love the kid. I would have preferred the kid to actually have been like
a robot,
like an android, whatever,
and eventually explode.
Death machine. It would have been more interesting to me. But I don't know. It just seemed like she's just little girl.
Yeah.
And they used the little cute girl, mixed with potty humor for some reason.
What was that? Was it Scanners? Where they started using kids? Remember? They started using kid robots as I think it was Scanners, and then they get into the bases and they do the. Yeah, that's what that just reminded me of.
Screamers. Scanners was the one with the guy, and he's like got the mental powers or whatever, can make somebody's head blows up.
Watch Screamers if you guys have not seen that fantastic old sci-fi movie. I think there was a sequel, but you don't need to watch that.
More than one. But the first one's got RoboCop in it.
It does. Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. But I did feel the villain was a little lackluster, like the main guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't really bring a whole lot to the table except for his just evil maniacalness.
And I guess maybe that's because he stayed away from the main character so long. I feel like if they would have interacted a little bit more, we would have. But he's just out growing vegetables, getting his hands dirty,
eating stuff with him. I mean, I think if they would have gave him more scenes, maybe it would have, had a bigger impact on us. But as he is just kind of an afterthought almost.
Yeah, I love the. Sorry, good.
They focus so much on the crew, and their relationship and the little girl, and the occasional potty humor that I think it just wiped the villain right out.
I love the atmosphere of this movie. It's like 2029 or something like that. Mm-hmm. Which isn't that far away. Is it 2029? Let me double check. Oh, 2092. There we go. That makes more sense. Yeah. Because, but there's so many different nations and languages and worlds, people, cultures and stuff in this movie. I really enjoyed that they did that because Earth is shit. So I guess everybody needed to come together to survive, basically. Did you see that little? I guess it was all a lie anyway. Big spoilers. But Earth was basically trying to grow more stuff. Like in the very beginning, they show you a little plant growing, and then the car runs over it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, you know what? I don't think Earth's really dying. Somebody's bullshit.
Well, life always finds a way. Jurassic Park.
But any standout moments in this one for you?
I did. Well, besides all the robot scenes, which I just loved, yes. I did enjoy something that I enjoyed in a way, but disliked in a way, because it reminded me of Battle Angel in a way, because there's that city that's up in the sky or in space, and then that's where all the well-off people are, and then everyone in below is I keep seeing that repeated over and over again in movies, so I'm just thinking where
what was that one with Matt Damon?
Yeah, why do I keep seeing this? It's just like one of the things you talked about earlier with the enhanced humans. We keep seeing that story over and over again too, kind of. And it's almost like we wish we could get something else. But I did like seeing it, but at the same time, it just reminded me of other things. Then it made me think that it wasn't as original as it could have been.
Yeah. I love the space stuff with the robot using the harpoon. I just thought that was phenomenal and so well done. The last part was a little over the top, but it fit, I guess, with her leaving from ship to ship. It leaping from ship to ship. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
The fights were really good in this too. I actually did enjoy those. Those were good scenes all the way throughout. So it's consistent.
Tiger versus that big chick.
I love that one when he basically locked himself in a room with somebody and it's like, you don't think he's coming out, but then guess who comes out?
Yeah, especially after seeing that his brawl with all the what they call the black wolves or black fox or whatever they were.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I like his story too. They don't go too deep into it, but he's like a ex-cartel drug lord who's now on the run because he's going to be executed.
So they gave us, surprisingly, maybe that's why the movie was so long. They gave us a lot of character development. There was a lot of depth. And there was multiple people to do it to, so they were able to pull that off. They gave us what we keep complaining about in other movies. Why can't we get some character development?
And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked well.
Except for the girl. I don't really care about the girl.
Fuck that kid.
Yeah.
No, but what was I going to say? I forget now. Damn it. Oh no, it was about the villain. The villain in the first part when we first get introduced to him. They should have used somebody other than extras in that scene where they're walking towards the villain and the girl, he's about to shake their hand with the dirty hands. I was like, uh-oh, this is what we're getting. This is our level of acting because she was so bad. And I got what I had been complaining about, the dubbed stuff. The dubbed people actually cared in this movie.
Yes.
And you could tell they actually they had emotion while they were doing this. So thank you. Thank you to those people. Anything you would have liked to seen in this one?
That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I don't know. I feel pretty content with what I got. I mean, you could always add something, but then you just would have been longer, and then you could have cut something, but then you feel like you might be missing, something that's important.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Did they say where they got that ship from?
I don't think we got too much background on the ship.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of the ships, ships like that, because it was special to the captain.
Yeah, it seemed kind of a custom job too.
Yeah, because it was the best one of all the salvage ships, and yeah.
I think the thing that I would like to see, I guess, is probably another one.
Yeah,
with the same crew.
I'd like it, but there's going to be more kids because she's on the ship.
If the girl happens to show up, that's okay, I guess.
I love how Teo bought all the shoes he could.
It doesn't matter how far in the future you go, kids are still going to want to color.
Yep. Shitty dinosaurs. What? What will Rotten Tomatoes say about this one?
Rotten Tomatoes. The tomato meter is a 68%. You got a nice ripe tomato. Not certified fresh, but it is a nice red tomato. Audience score is an 81%. So the audience is loving it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me because it is a great movie. And if you're going to go into a movie called Space Sweepers, what you're not somebody looking for the Shawshank Redemption. You're looking for space.
Exactly. But yeah, it's well worth it. Get the anime fans, the kung fu fans, the sci-fi fans. You get all that. Because this movie has it all. So enjoy it. They deserve it. I say go watch for sure.
Yep, definitely go watch. It's a good time.
Yep. And I even love the the guy who had the crush on the captain. Like, that was awesome. Her story, her backstory is pretty awesome too. I like how she built all this stuff, and she's using her modified gun the entire time, and then it's the reveal later when she adds all the pieces. I was like, holy shit, that's it. That's the thing we talked about. She's doing it. Go watch for you.
Yeah, absolutely, go watch. Good stuff.
Where you can find us. You can find us at GoWatchMovie.com, the one-stop shop for all things entertainment. The pod is there. The stories are there. I'll get the trailers on there. The podcast can be found anywhere, and I mean anywhere, even on FM radio. No, that's a lie. But anywhere else, a podcast can be played. I didn't want to get too in-depth in the robots story because I think that's the most charming part. Yes. But yeah, that's it for today. Episode 167. I'm Kelvin.
And I'm Robert.
Go watch a movie.
Grab your popcorn, rip that ticket, get in that seat, lickety-split it. Go watch a movie.